Hello everyone, I'm Philo. Welcome to Philo's Academy and the Zero to Hero in Investing course. Before we proceed, please take some time to read the disclaimer so you know what you can and can't do with the course, what Philo's Academy is and isn't. Pause the video if you need to. Welcome to part 1 of the Zero to Hero in Investing course. Part 1 is about foundational concepts and value investing. You can see here Philo is standing on 3 foundations. He's holding one bird in his one hand and there's 2 birds in the bush. Like the quote, a bird in a hand is worth 2 in the bush. Module 1 is an introduction to the course. We will break down the course and its curriculum, how modules will be delivered, the use of case studies and reversals, how to follow the course, and our objectives with the course. So, course breakdown. Part 1 is modules 1 to 9 and includes 1 case study. Part 2 is modules 10 to 18 and includes 5 case studies. Part 3 is smaller, modules 19 to 23 with 2 case studies. And the final part, modules 24 to 28, no case studies. So in part 1, we will set the foundation for what is to come in the course. We will talk about value investing, value creation, next level thinking, which is a major module and very important, mistakes in investing and how to learn from them, having an edge, where to find it, how to develop it, how to extract it, and psychology. The psychology of markets, the psychology of investing, important foundations for part 2. Part 2 is advanced investment concepts. And here we will talk about market dimensions like value, growth, price, liquidity. We will talk about and go deeper into business models and differentiate between them. We will talk about optionality and go deep into that. Value traps and bad companies, range of outcomes, differentiate between businesses, simple, complex, linear, non-linear, cyclical, non-cyclical, levels of capital intensity, and a lot of depth there. We will touch on innovation and disruption, life cycles and the importance of life cycles, and much, much more. Part 3 only has 2 case studies, and we will talk about mastery, cheat codes in investing, high efficiency frameworks, convex heuristics, how to integrate macro and the long-term view into investing, using edges like time arbitrage, long time horizons, how to stack advantages on each other to beat the competition. Part 4 has no case studies. And in this part, we will focus on market shifts, disruption, deglobalization, business risks, and how to balance all these when you construct your portfolio. Further to this, we will talk about how to play risk reward intelligently, how to adjust for uncertainty, and how to make the big bucks. How each module is delivered. So this is a pre-recorded video presentation. Each module is progressive. You cannot go to module 11 from 0. And each part, we have 4 parts. Each part has 2 milestones. Therefore, we have 8 live workshops in total. The use of case studies. So the course includes 8 case studies in total. And we use case studies to practically apply the learnings of the previous modules. So in a case study, it could be a real world application of something we've learned. I'll give you an example of a theme that I researched and invested in recently and wrote about on Philo Investor. It's the case study of Netflix versus legacy media, Disney, Warner Brothers, Paramount, etc. So in this case study, we learn a number of things: concepts, angles, perspective, investment wisdom from previous modules, and we apply it here. So the student gets actual hands-on, tangible experience of our learnings, not just theoretical. So this is the upside of case studies, where we teach concepts, tactics that can be applied to the real world. The use of traps and reversals. So I stole the idea of the reversal from the author Robert Greene, who wrote many books, but one of them was The 48 Laws of Power. And in this book, in all chapters except one, he ends the chapter with a reversal. And the reversal is when a particular law, because we're talking about the laws of power, when a particular law did not work well. And he explains in reversal that if you are very rigid and stiff in applying those laws and rules, then you will fall into traps. So I took that idea and I applied it into the investment and finance world. So almost all our modules include a traps and reversals segment. And I talk about the downsides, consequences, and traps of a particular learning. And then I offer ways to avoid it, innovate around it, and offer ways to solve the problem better. How to follow the course. So the course is self-paced. You can log in at 3 a.m. You can watch the videos when you're on the train, when you're on the plane, on a Saturday morning. It doesn't matter, as long as you follow the modules. So you cannot consume all the units in one go. The units are dripped over time, and students must complete the units in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 progressively. So just to be sure, Philos Academy is not a course. It is a community for learning. We are hosted on wop.com, which is an online platform website with modular architecture. You can build a lot of things, very flexible. What is my objective with this course? What do I want you to get from this? So at a basic level, you should have a solid investment framework. That means you are self-sufficient. You can source ideas on your own, analyze them, invest in them. You are self-sufficient. You can run your own money. Doesn't mean you're perfect, doesn't mean you're a master, but you're not dependent to everyone and everything. I want you to be able to think for yourself. You don't need to log into CNBC and Bloomberg all day and listen to talking heads. it's good to listen to them, but you have to be able to think for yourself no matter what someone says. This is extremely important. Be able to spot red flags and filter out noise. Signal versus noise. You need to be able to filter that out. You need to be able to focus on the signal. Recognize hype and false signals. So when I say hype, I mean the working from home stocks post-COVID reopening, when everything rallied, everybody was buying them, and then many are down 90%. So by being able to think for yourself and having your own investment framework and having the skills to analyze, then you have the ability to call bullshit when you see it, to have the resolve to stay away and not get burned like everyone else. Find and research your own ideas. As we said, navigate different market environments. So we go from bull markets to bear markets to fear, FOMO, fads, hypes, the Fed this, the Fed that, war, geopolitics. It's not a straight line. It's not easy. It looks easy. So you need to build your skill set and your character to endure trying times, but not only endure them, but also prosper. Find the angle, find the edge to make the good decision. So these are my objectives for you. What I want you to have to get from the course at a basic level, for beginners at least. But there's more. Course objectives, advanced. So many of you are professionals. You have your own framework. You're a specialist in some areas. You know what you're good at, what you're not. You've made money. But isn't it time to go next level? There's levels to this, right? There's always levels. As I like to say, true Zen never stops. You can get better. So go from a rigid mindset to more flexible. This will open up more opportunities in more sectors, more companies, more trades. You will see more and you will make more. Who has more opportunity, the generalist or the specialist? I think the generalist. To be able to play risk reward better. So it's not just about buying seemingly cheap stocks after you research them and value them. It's not just about buying and timing an investment, buying the right stock at the right time. Let's say now it's AI stocks, etc. There are ways to play the upside that are smarter, more robust to the downside, more open to the upside. Recent examples where I've done this and wrote about them: Duolingo and Netflix. I did not use conventional valuation concepts to value these companies. To be honest, I used risk reward and optionality. So we'll get to that. I mentioned earlier, go from a specialist to a generalist. Don't be so linear. One of my quotes. I keep saying this line because it applies to so many things. This is linearity. The interesting things in life are not linear. what we are doing is not linear. If it was linear, maybe everybody would be a billionaire, but things are like this. These are the non-linear things. So it's important to be able to think in nuance, to think in non-linear and second level thinking. You see more opportunities and you extract the arbitrage better. Stop thinking in bell curves, learn to account for fat tails. So this is the normal distribution. That's why it's called a bell curve. But the world doesn't work like this. The fat tails now are blowing up. And the result of this is many are making big money, others are losing big money. Companies, sectors, geographies, countries are either moving up or either moving down very, very fast. If you think linearly and normally, you are blind to these. And another one of my quotes, the world is getting more and more fat-tailed. So these phenomena are increasing. Be able to delay gratification. This is the importance of time and patience. So, as I like to say, time is the ultimate differentiator. If you play time correctly and intelligently, you will be able to extract an advantage that others are not able to, because they don't have either the convenience or the ability to play time the way you are. When I say this, I mean long term. So when you're able to think in longer terms, you extract advantages. Finally, learn to compound your advantages. This is a game. So stack advantages on each other. Don't only compound your money. Learn to compound advantages against the others. This is a game. And if you want to win big, this is how you do it. But this is not all. Finally, what I expect from you is to finally walk the path of the master investor. So walk the path of the master investor. I say this because we never really arrive. We never really stop. And you will see below what I mean. Expand your skill set, expand your circle of competence, keep learning, be a learning machine, and learn from your mistakes and others. Sharpen your edge means getting better over time. Simplicity, inversion, use mental models, use wisdom, use all these ideas to become better and better. Patience and time. So it takes years to become very good. And it may take years for a great opportunity. And it may take years for your company that you expected to go up 3, 5, 7, 10 times. Maybe it goes like this for a few years and then it explodes. David Einhorn bought a very big position in Microsoft. It went sideways for many, many years. He sold it and then it went up many, many, many times. So enduring pain, embracing time, being patient is extremely important. Flexibility and open-mindedness. So I see many investors of the value investing type are mostly in the capital intensive businesses, which are also the linear type models, the old economy business models. Oil and gas, banking, retail, and they don't want to see outside these sectors. I think it's important to kind of expand your horizons, scratch the surface. Finally, true Zen never stops. You never arrive to where you want to be. You keep striving. You keep walking. You keep going. You keep learning. That's the true master investor. Module 1 finished.